All right. I'm in my garage the night before I leave for Louisville for a couple of days to go see Slayer down at Louder Than Life. So I had to compact some training. So I ended up compacting weeks 9 and 10. Not really the way I wanted to, but it started in day 3 of week 9, where during warm ups for deadlifts, my right hamstring was really tight and wouldn't really kind of loosen up. So worked up to I think 3 reds, and I couldn't really move it well. So I went back upstairs, uh, stretched out my hamstring, did about 150 reps on the leg curl to try to get it to loosen up, get some blood in there. And I came back downstairs when Don and Rob were already done deadlifting, and I kind of started back over with a plate, did a plate 10, 2.5, 2 plates, 2 plates 10, 2.5, and it was still kind of the same thing. So I bailed on a session that day, didn't really do anything else. And then normally that was Wednesday, and then normally on Thursday I do my overhead training, and wasn't really in the mood. So I ended up basically taking Thursday off as well. Friday's a non-training day for me, and then I compacted basically deadlifts and overheads on Saturday, which is a normal off day for me, in the morning. I had a pretty good session, and then because I did that, I decided for my week 10 day 1, which is a squat day, and I had somewhere to be hours earlier than normal. So I had to start my training earlier on that day. And because I wasn't going to have any spotters and I don't like walking out really and using a mono, I decided to do Hatfields instead of a normal squat session, and had to leave early, like I said. And then because I'm leaving Wednesday, which is a normal deadlift day, I moved my bench day to Monday, and which is normally Tuesday, and Tuesday being my father-in-law's birthday, and I'm not gonna not go spend time with family, and I just really had to jerk everything around here. So weeks 9 and 10 are all compacted into basically 5 training days. Not perfect, but this is what you get. This is what you got to do to at least always try to be moving forward. And that's a really dark screen, and not much I'm going to do about it. So, this is me in the dark pretty much, although there's lights over there. All right, here we go. Weeks 9 and 10, day 1, which is Sunday. I only did pause comp squats and some snatch grip deadlifts. Squats are feeling pretty good. This week I chose to go back to the heel shoes just to see if everything feels as good between the flats of the heels, a little bit of more ankle angle so I can kind of shoot my knees a little bit forward, sit back a little bit harder. Um, I think I actually sit back a lot better in the heels. So when I come back from vacation, we'll definitely be squatting in these more consistently. I think I only worked up to 549, which is a little bit lighter than the week prior, but still, it moved really good. Weight's feeling really good on my back. Um, really happy with how my hips are staying pretty balanced, going back to an old chiropractor that I used years ago, well, a year ago, and really happy with that decision. Lower back feels good, hips feel really good, as well as my neck. Day 2. So the week prior, I hit the 405 on a bench, and I think I even said it in the video. I felt like my stabilizer muscles, whichever ones I use to stabilize. I'm also not a very good with knowing all the muscles of the body, but I felt really shaky holding the 365 and the 405. So one way I like to attack that is with band work. So I'm going to figure out a way to bring band work back in on a weekly basis, because I truly do believe it helps build all the stabilizer muscles through the shoulders, scabs, slats, and all that stuff. And this is another one of my favorites that does the same thing, a little bit more concentrated with the feet up spotos, because everything is on your upper torso. And I'm doing a long 5 second pause here for 3 reps. It's kind of the sweet spot that I found doing these. Here's all the accessories for the day. Bent over Pendlay rows are really, really my favorite. Face pulls, dumbbell incline, and curls. So this day 3 is a Saturday, not the original Wednesday like I talked about. So I decided to take it a little bit easier on my hamstring this day, use the wheels, and just wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, doing sumo. Now that I'm more confident with my hook, just wanted to see what I could do here. Worked up to, I believe, around 445, 450. Yep, there's me almost passing out again because I love doing that. I'm a big dummy. And yeah, this was the 450. Felt pretty good. Hooks nice and tight. Um, sumos are to me are just a fun deadlift variation. I don't know if they really give much. My buns are pretty tired afterwards, so I consider that a win. And since, like I said earlier, I didn't do my overheads on Thursday, I definitely wanted to get my overhead work because this is just basically a standing inclined lat press for me. Not very strong on this week. I only worked up to 170 pounds, but my technique is getting better, and I'm feeling stronger under the bar and grabbing it off the those what the hell those things are called, those arms, duh. And there's all my accessories, and I'm a sweaty fucking pig. So here's day 4, which was a Sunday. Ladybug chilling out, watching me do some Hatfields. I moved these pretty well. Stuck with singles pretty much for the most part. I think this was 565. Guys ended up showing up because I took longer than I wanted to. But yeah, I worked up to 655. Here was 605. Um, with Hatfields, one of the things is you lose a lot of back tightness because your arms aren't on the bar, hands aren't on the bar, and you can't get your back tightness. So this really kind of acts to me as a little bit of a back exercise because you really got to find a way to get tight without having your hands in a normal position with your scaps not depressed or compressed, I guess. Um, but this was 655 and went down in the hole really nicely there. And I really do try to shoot up with my legs. My hands are just there to stabilize. I'm not really pulling with my arms. It could be a misnomer. Some people do try to, I think, overuse their arms. And here I sped up this video, but trying different angles with my leg press to try to get a little bit more quad activation since I'm not doing as many front squats as I used to. I want to try to keep my quads strong outside of just squatting. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Dan set up the axle bar to do some work, and I just felt like jumping in while I had a little bit of time, and I just couldn't get shit figured out. So I said, "Fuck it," and I ain't doing nothing. And here's my last day of the week. I supersetted declines and Pendlay rows on this day. This was Monday, my last training day of the week yesterday. And I am really, really trying to get lat engagement and touch my chest to the bar. That's why you kind of see my belly coming up even more. I'm pressing my lats and trying to bring my chest to the bar while I'm bringing it down. So there's a ton of lat engagement here. So I moved that right over to the Pendlay row. And I'm trying to do the same thing, but kind of in reverse with getting my back tight and really squeezing hard and pulling it with me or into me. And can't really see it as good on this set, but on the next set of Pendlay rows, you can really see me getting my lats engaged to pull it. And here, you kind of see the same thing. Before I go squeeze, push, squeeze, push. Big old belly just hanging upside down there. But these, I'm really liking these. These are my back lats and arms are really tired after this day. It's kind of what I'm going after. So these will both kind of like superset. I think I'm going to keep that in there if I can make that work energy wise, time wise, and all that stuff. I would like to add a 5th training day, but that's just asking a lot of my life and my wife. And here's my accessories. All right. Thanks, y'all. See you.